Welcome to the Watchdog Report. Ed Safone here, president of UTY and Yorktown Watchdog. Tonight I want to start my program off because I have a guest. But every time I have a guest that's his first time running for office, I want to read this prayer. So bear with me. I pray that the leaders seek God's guidance for the insight needed to serve with the highest and best intentions. God bless those, the knowledge, and the actions of present leaders and emerging new leaders. May they have a vision and fulfill it with integrity. So, amen. Now we're going to start the show tonight. We're going to talk about the county government. Highest taxes in the nation, Westchester County, according to the Census Bureau. The median property tax bill is $8,422 last year. The median bill for the state was $3,486, and the nation is $1,830. So we're getting hit really hard, and the county legislators cost us about $4.7 million to have them run the county. So now that I've said that, now I'll introduce Gregory Kane, running for county legislator in the 4th District. Greg, I want to thank you here to come tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll start off. The people out there, the viewers, want to know a little bit about yourself. Since you're running for the first time, what made you run? And your family and stuff like that, okay?
Okay. I grew up in Westchester my whole life. Originally from North Tarrytown, now Sleepy Hollow. I now live in Somers with my wife and 2 teenage daughters. I lived there for 18 years. I've seen Westchester County make a lot of changes, and most of them are not for the best of the community, the county residents. It's way too expensive to live here.
Right. So you live here with your family in Somers, you said?
Yes.
Tell us a little about your family.
Okay, I have 2 teenage daughters. Both are Irish step dancers. My oldest is going to be a senior at Kennedy Catholic next year. My youngest, who's 14, she's going to start Kennedy Catholic next year. My daughters both went to the Somers school system, K through 8, which was fine. It was great. They wanted a change. In fact, my oldest daughter said when she went to Kennedy, she says, "Thank God I'm at Kennedy because I couldn't take getting dressed up every day." So, you know, from a mind of a child, teenage girl.
They wear uniforms?
They wear uniforms, and so it's a little bit more structured there. They can interact much easier, and it's not so competitive with their appearance and everything else.
Oh, that's great, yeah. Well, listen, Greg, we got to tell people that I knew you when I was a police officer in North Tarrytown. So that was a lot of years ago.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun. So it's good to see you again out of nowhere that you want to run for office. And I'm trying to help you as much as I can. And that's this show tonight. So let's talk about the county budget. The county budget is $1.7 billion. In the last, 12 years of Andy Spano, since 1997, it went up by 58%. So how are you going to stop this?
Well, you have to do things in a number of ways. Mr. McCain wanted to do things with a blunt instrument. Mr. Obama claimed, which is now he's done the opposite. He wanted to do things surgically. In certain situations, the blunt instrument has to be used to reduce county government.
Example, what is the blunt? What do you...
Well, you have the executive at Westchester County Hospital. He made $1.4 million last year. He gave himself a $400,000 bonus, something like that.
Wow.
And he fired 40 people. And in the hospital industry, and it's a losing proposition in the hospital, versus you had hospitals, a man who runs the hospital in the city, something Israel, he looks over 15 hospitals, and he makes $1.5 million. So is that proportional? He's well overpaid. So obviously that would be something you would use as a blunt instrument. He's laying off 40 people, and in a hospital, the human intervention is what's really paramount. And when you're sick, you need help. So the bureaucrats there, I have friends that work at the hospital, and they have told me there's so many vice presidents there that they don't know who to answer to.
Right, and that was a big debacle way in the past, because we couldn't they were going out of business. They couldn't afford to stay open. They got rid of all those top guys, and the county took over and gave him some money, and then he got some money back. So that's a big one, 1.4 million. I don't know, these guys are overpaid.
Well, they had guys there for working less than a year, getting paid close to $500,000, and now they have a pension from there. So there's a lot of things that needs to be. That's one
So you're talking about
obvious
staff and
staff.
employees.
And these are bureaucrats. They're not the rank and file people. These are the people that are bureaucrats. You know, you have to be suspect of what they're genuinely doing.
Right. Do you remember a county correction officer who made over $350,000
Overtime
overtime and stuff?
Yeah.
So that's another one.
Yeah.
And then they keep hiring people for staff.
Yes.
The more staff you have,
the more cost. So
the more cost with benefits.
if
So-
it's you're paying somebody $50,000 a year as staff, with all the benefits and the other 9 yards is another $25,000. So it's $75,000. I'm just using numbers. Well, they're not too far from being accurate, but they're close to it. So you're paying really $75,000 a year.
Yeah.
So it's a mess.